तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की जय। जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Krishna. May I request everyone to please come forward and don't leave any gaps in between. So people will come late, they can sit at the back. So cover this gap. Yeah, come forward. Thank you. So today we'll touch on some of the glories of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is given in the scriptures that Krishna takes unlimited avatars. In fact, it's said that one should not bother counting how many avatars Krishna takes. Two things are said in the scriptures, one should not bother counting. One is how many avatars Krishna takes, and the second one is how many mistakes people do in Kali Yuga. How many of you think you did some mistake today? Put your hand up. How many of you think you did 10 mistakes today? Put your hand up. How many of you think you lost the count? Put your hand up. So it is said in scriptures that one should not bother counting these two. So it's natural for people to make mistakes, especially in Kali Yuga. Now don't go out and quote me saying to justify your acts. Okay, you still try to do things as perfectly as possible. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how many of you know who is Lord Chaitanya? Put your hand up. Okay, there are quite a few who don't know. So if you look at in our altar, so we have Sri Radha Gopinath right at the top, and on the right, our right, you will see Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani, and to our left there is a small altar with two personalities raising their arms up. Can you see? And of the two personalities raising their arms up, the one to your right is Lord Chaitanya, also known as Lord Gauranga. He is known as Gauranga. And the one to your left, he is known as Nityananda. So they are incarnations of Krishna Balram in Kali Yuga. So in February we celebrated the appearance day of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, festival known as Nityananda Trayodasi. 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks from now, we'll be celebrating Gaura Purnima. I think it's on the 14th of March. It's a Friday. We are going to celebrate Gaura Purnima. So that is the birthday of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Lord Gauranga. The personality raising the arms, but the one who is to your right. Okay, so that is Lord Gauranga. So who is Lord Gauranga? As I said, they are incarnations of Krishna and Balaram. But more specifically, to understand Gauranga, let's try to understand a little bit about Radha and Krishna. It's given in the scriptures, Ekala Ishwar Krishna. Krishna is the single source of everything. He is the original controller, original Ishwara. Everyone came from him. Lord Balaram also came from his right hand, right arms. Likewise, Srimati Radharani, she came from Krishna's left arm. So when Krishna is there alone and he wanted to enjoy, it said varieties. are the mother of enjoyment, right? So Krishna is Atmaram. He actually doesn't need a second person, but still Krishna thought, it would be nice to have a second person. So Krishna just expanded from his left arm, Srimati Radharani. That same Radha Krishna, sometimes, just like how initially they were separate, from Krishna's arm came Srimati Radharani, and now they are two personalities performing the Leela. In one instance, those two personalities became one. And that single personality is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauranga. Okay, normally Krishna is, what is the complexion? What is the color of Krishna? Dark. Correct? He is darkish in complexion. One of Krishna's name is Shama. Shama Sundara. Shama means dark. Ghanashyam. Ghana means cloud. Shama means dark, dark cloud. That's the color of Krishna's, or that's the meaning of Krishna's name, Ghanashyam or Shama Sundar. One who is dark complexion, very, very beautiful to look at. One whose complexion is like that of the dark nimbus cloud, the cloud which you see on the sky when it is about to rain. Okay, that's the color of, or that's the closest color of Krishna's complexion. So this is normally Krishna's complexion when Krishna is separated from Srimati Radharani. But when they both combine to form Lord Gauranga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are just different names of the same personality. Combined form of Radha and Krishna is Lord Gauranga. And this Gauranga, what is his complexion? Gold. Gaura means gold. Anga means limbs or the body. Gauranga means one who is golden complexion. So when Krishna, normally his complexion is like dark rain cloud, but the same Krishna's complexion, when it becomes like molten gold, not normal gold. Gold is shining, effulgent, but when the same gold is actually melted, it becomes molten gold, Hemanga, Gauranga. That is the complexion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now the question comes, why did they combine? Initially Krishna was away from, or Krishna was alone. He expanded himself as Srimati Radharani and Balaram. Leela was going well, fine. What is the need for them to combine together? That's what we are going to see today. And I've got like a dozen Leelas here. We have 35 minutes. I'll try to cover as many pastimes as possible. But first let's go to Dwaraka Leela. So Krishna, when he appeared 5,000 years ago, he performed his Leela in different places. Initially, he was born in Mathura, transported to Gokula. So he was there in Vrindavan for about 12 years. And then after performing the Leela in Vrindavan, he then goes to Mathura. From Mathura, he then goes and erects the fort and builds the city of Dwaraka, where he transports all the Mathuravasis there. And then he performed the Leela. So one day when Krishna, even though his base is in Dwaraka, he also goes on other exploits, keeping all the inimical kings at bay. Krishna also goes and assists Pandavas in Hastinapur, Kurus in Hastinapur, Pandavas in Indraprastha, so on and so forth. So one day Krishna was away from his home for a long time. And finally when he arrived, normally when you see someone, when you go home, we are all away from our homes, most of us. When you go back to your home country, this is our father country, fatherland. We have our motherland also, correct? When you go back, when you see your parents will come, embrace, they'll shed tears. Normally that's how you get welcomed, correct? So in this case also, when Krishna comes back home after a long time, Krishna had 16,108 queens. And Krishna also had those many palaces, one for each one of those queens. Krishna had many sons, grandsons also, granddaughters also. So Krishna, when he comes back and he meets the chief queen, who is the chief among those 16,108 queens? Louder? Yeah, when you know the right answer, you have to be confident. Rukmini. Okay, so Rukmini ji, when Krishna actually comes to the palace, Rukmini ji welcomes, worships, but then Rukmini ji starts to cry. Initially, Krishna thought, normally people have the shedding tears of ecstasy, tears of joy. But then the tears of joy went for a bit longer time. Then Krishna thought something is wrong here. Because normally you cry out of joy. But if a person keeps on crying for 3 days, definitely it's not for joy, correct? That's what happened in Rukmini's case also. When she was crying for a long time, Krishna became a little intrigued and he asked, hey, is everything fine? Are the kids behaving properly? Are all the maidservants serving properly? Are you getting cooperation from everyone? Did somebody say anything harsh to you? Who's the reason? Tell me, I can fix. Then Rukminiji says, the reason is you. Krishna said, what did I do? I was away for a long time. I came back just now. How could I be the reason? Then Rukminiji says something which puzzles even the Supreme Lord. She says to Krishna, you don't know why I am crying? Srimati Radharani knows why I am crying. Gopis know why I am crying. That's when Supreme Lord thinks, all the Vedas came from me. All Upanishads came from me. I am the source of all knowledge. Still, there is something which my devotees know, which I don't know. Only Supreme Lord can think like this. Then Krishna had a second doubt. When I entered, Rukmini saw me. Rukmini was shedding tears of ecstasy. I have seen similar tears of ecstasy in Gopis of Vrindavan, especially Srimati Radharani. So Krishna was thinking, in this relationship, when I look at them, I feel joyful. I have so many pure devotees. When I see them, I feel joyful. But they feel so joyful that they faint at me when they look at me. Then Krishna had this $1 million question. Who is enjoying this relationship more, me or them? This is the second question. Third question Krishna had was, or rather third point Krishna had was, Krishna knew of all the devotees who are the topmost gopis. And of all the gopis, who is the topmost devotee among all those gopis? Srimati Radharani. So Krishna also thought Srimati Radharani is the epitome of all devotion. I wish I could just take her position for some time to experience exactly what she is experiencing. So Krishna thinks like this. And as Krishna is actually thinking, Narada Muni comes. Then immediately Rukminiji wipes off her tears and both of them go, welcome Narada Muni, bring Narada Muni seated. They worship Narada Muni, wash his feet, offer him. And then Narada Muni looks at Krishna and he tells to Krishna, Krishna, I am very disturbed. Then Krishna thinks, what day is today? My wife is actually getting upset. My guru is actually also very upset. What is going on? Then he asks, oh Narada Muni, you are the spiritual master of the whole world. So you please tell me the reason for your despondency, reason for your distress, and I'll do whatever it takes to remove that. Then Narada Muni says, my lord, you are here. This is Dwapara Yuga. I can see what is actually going to come in the future. Kali Yuga, it's not very good. Inflation is going to go high. Housing prices are going to go high. Unemployment is going to go high. Flight fares, everything is going, house rent, everything. And people are going to be going through so much difficulty. So, is there any way that you can come down and bless them with a special mercy which no one has ever seen? Then Krishna says, sure, your wish is my command. And then Krishna says, this morning also I was speaking to Rukmini and she says, I don't know the heart of my devotees fully. I am also intrigued to know because I am seeing the ecstasy which the devotees experience upon seeing me is just unparalleled. I can only imagine, but I would like to experience it firsthand. So he tells to Narada Muni, in Kali Yuga, whenever it actually starts, I will appear in the beginning years of Kali Yuga. And when I appear, I will have many of my associates also appearing along with me. And in this particular avatar, I will give out mercy which even no other avatar could give, which even I couldn't give. So when Krishna tells to Narada Muni becomes very happy. Then Narada Muni takes leave from Krishna and Narada Muni goes to Goloka Vrindavan. Goloka is the eternal abode of Krishna. There he sees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu being bathed with Abhishek, different ingredients. They are bathing him. Gopis are bathing him. The queens of Dwaraka are bathing him in the spiritual world. The Narada Muni goes, greets him. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he responds him, oh, what brought you here? Then as Narada Muni tells what transpired in Dwaraka, Gauranga says, sure, I will come soon. And then he asks all the gopis and the queens of Dwaraka, how many of you would like to go with me? Everyone say, we also want to come with you. Then everyone appear in Navadvipdam. How many of you have been to Navadvipa? Okay, very few of you. There's one opportunity we may get soon. Usually every year, Sankirtan Narottam Prabhu, he takes devotees from Bhakti Vriksha, about 100, 150. They go to Navadvipdam, they go to Puri, they go to Vrindavan, like that. He's planning to organize one tour this year as well. So I'll ask him to advertise it to a bigger congregation. Any of you who would like to go, you can also go. He arranges everything. He's your guide. He's a fantastic cook. And he has been actually taking devotees for more than like 1.5 decades now. So he knows all the holy places in and out. So, this is one Leela. Remember this. Let me take your attention to another Leela which is connected to this pastime. When Krishna is in Nandagaon, the village of Nanda Baba, at that time, one day Srimati Radharani, she is in Barshana. She comes there. She's still a very small girl, 6-7-year-old girl. She comes with her friends just to spend a day in Nandagaon because they both are family friends. Krishna's parents and Radharani's parents. They both are actually very close friends. Krishna's father is who? Nanda Baba. Who is Radharani's father? Vrishabhanu Maharaj. They both are very close friends. Likewise, Yashoda Maharani, who is Krishna's mother, and Srimati Radharani's mother, Kirtida Devi. Kirtida and Yashoda actually means the same. Kirti means fame, Yashaha means also fame. So the meaning of both their names is actually the same. So they both are also very close friends. So they send Srimati Radharani along with her friends for a day trip. So they come, they visit. Yashoda Maharani was very happy to see all the young girls. So she takes care of all of them as her own daughters. And finally, at the end of the day, Srimati Radharani returns back to Barshana. So then Vrishabhanu Maharaj was very happy to see her back along with the friends, and she asks Srimati Radharani, you visited Nandagram? And she says, yes. You liked it? Then she says, Baba, I liked everything except one thing. And then Vrishabhanu Maharaj gets curious. Really? What is it that you didn't like? Then she says, I loved the cows, I loved Yashoda Maya, I loved Nanda Baba, I loved all the Gopas and Gopis. But you know, this Krishna, he is actually showing discrimination. Discrimination? What do you mean? Then she says, because he is the prince of Vrindavan, every day morning, as part of his generous activity, Nandam Baba makes him to give people charity. So everyone stands in a big queue. And as people come forward, he would give, without even thinking twice. But there are guards who just go monitor each one of them standing in the line, and if they see someone without any vessel, without any container, without anything to carry, without any takeaway bag, they are asking them to go back home, bring something so that they can collect the wealth which Krishna is going to give them and they can safely take it back. Then Srimati Radharani says, I didn't like that. If he is giving charity, he should just close his eyes and give. Why is he separating people who are qualified and not qualified? Then Rishabhanu Maharaj sends this message to Nanda Baba. Nanda Baba communicates that to Krishna. When Krishna hears that, Krishna says, yes, what Srimati Radhika says is correct. When I come as Gauranga, at that time I will give out mercy without even considering who's qualified and who's not qualified. In the famous prayer of Rupa Goswami, when he worships Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says, Namo Mahavadanyaya. Generous, magnanimous. Generous means somebody who is, let's say somebody is poor, they go to a rich man. And the rich man sees, this person is really very poor, struggling. Okay, let me give him some wealth. So they give. The poor guy becomes very happy and he goes. This is generous. But imagine somebody is a multi-billionaire. Another multi-billionaire goes to him and he gives all his wealth to him. Then that person is known as magnanimous. And in English there is another word, munificent. Namo Mahavadanyaya. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whoever goes in front of him and he says, my Lord, please give me kripa, please give me mercy, he will give straight away. You may already have mercy. You may not need any mercy also. You may not be qualified also. Doesn't matter. My Guru Maharaj says, whoever comes in front of Lord Chaitanya and asks for mercy, he will give. But you have to ask. If we are too proud to ask, then he won't give, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mode is, this devotee is already happy, why should I disturb him or her? So we simply come in front of Gaur Nitai. Every time we come to the temple, we take darshan of Radha Gopinath, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Maharani. But remember, you have to take darshan of Gaur Nitai. And simply fold your palms together. You can fold your palms even now. Okay, and close your eyes. I will offer a prayer that's given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Even if you simply hear it, you will take the same benefit as me reciting it. Okay? Katanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram shukaram bhavet vishmrite viparitam syat Sri Chaitanyam namamitam. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Sahodito Gaudodaye Pushpavandau Chitro Samdau Tamonudau. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. You can open your eyes. So the meaning of the first prayer, Katanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram shukaram bhavet vishmrite viparitam syat Sri Chaitanyam namamitam. Meaning of this prayer is, even the most difficult things becomes very easy if you somehow or other remember Lord Chaitanya. Next time you face any difficulty, could be material, spiritual, doesn't matter. Job problem, employment problem, relationship problem, not getting married, not happy with marriage. I have to keep adding that also in Kali Yuga. Not having food, overeating food, not getting any sleep, oversleeping, everything. Any kind of problems that you have, material or spiritual. You are not able to focus your mind, you are not able to chant the holy name of the Lord, you are not able to visit the temple, or there's always something that's actually holding you back, also known as laziness. You can simply pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for anything, any difficulty, health problem, anything. If you somehow remember Lord Chaitanya, this particular verse says, Katanchana smrite yasmin. Somehow or other, if you remember, dushkaram shukaram bhavet. Most difficult things will become very easy. Vishmrite viparitam syat. Vishmrite means if you don't remember. Vishmrite, if you don't remember, even the most easy things will become very difficult. Have you got that experience? Sometimes you think, This one I know very well, very easy, like that. And you become complacent, and then the easy things, you end up screwing up sometime. How many of you have that experience? Thank you for being honest. Others are lying. All of us have that experience, right? So, we have to simply remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How can we remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? By hearing about him, by reading about him. So there is a set of books called Chaitanya Charitamrita, or there is one single book that has got a lot of stories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How many of you like to read stories? It's called, the name of the book itself is called Gauranga. You can read. My Guru Maharaj is currently in the process of publishing 3 big books that has got the stories from all the scriptures that refers to the Leela of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he pulled from everywhere. Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavad, Chaitanya Charita, Chaitanya Shikshamrita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, everything. And he is in the process of publishing, like a trilogy, 3 books. You can get that, you can simply read, you can discuss, and that's all we need to do. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives only one instruction for all of us to follow. And what is that? Simply chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, raise your arms. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha and Krishna combined. Krishna always puts conditions. If you read Bhagavad Gita, you take any verse where Krishna speaks, you will see the condition. Krishna is a hard task master. Okay, if you read Sarvadharman Paritejya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja, Krishna says, surrender unto me, then I will protect you. You see, there is a demanding condition is there. Likewise, Tesam Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Preeti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Enamam Upayantite. To those who are constantly devoted to worshipping me with love. That also he is very specific. Tesham Satata Yuktanam. Those people, Tesham means those. Satata Yuktanam, not just normal worshipping. Satata means constantly we have to worship him. Tesham Satata Yuktanam. What should be the quality of that worship? Bhajatam Preeti Purvakam. He says, I want you to constantly worship me, that too not mechanically but with love. You see how much demand he is putting? And Krishna is saying, I am a loving God. You are conditional love. You understand? So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, if you read carefully, Krishna always puts like every verse is like a contract. You do this, then I will do this. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhakta prayachati taddaham bhakti upahritam ashnami prayatatmana. If one offers me with love and devotion, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or even water, I will accept it. But terms and conditions apply here, correct? If somebody just offers to Krishna like this, Krishna says, no, not like this. Understand? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhakti prayachati. Krishna is very picky, very demanding also. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not like that. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not Krishna alone. Who is with them? Radharani. Srimati Radharani. So, body is Krishna's. But the mood is Srimati Radharani's. Understand? So, mood is Srimati Radharani. The complexion of the body is Srimati Radharani's. Otherwise, Krishna is a black boy. Radharani is a golden girl. Correct? So, Srimati Radharani is inside Krishna. Krishna is in a most benevolent mood. There is one story in Vrindavan Leela, I will tell you. My all-time favorite story. So, in Vrindavan, there are many forests. The very name Vrindavana means it's a forest of Vrindadevi. Many forests are there. Many seasons are also there simultaneously present. In one particular forest, there is a beautiful orchard. In that there are a lot of beautiful flowers. But there is one flower which is neither good looking nor fragrant. So if a flower is neither good looking nor fragrant, nobody would bother to pick it, correct? They'll think, this is a weed. They'll just let it go and they'll pick other flowers. So this particular flower is every day is very expectantly waiting. Nobody is picking up this flower. So one day, this flower is thinking, what's the purpose of me living? I have tried so many times to offer my service to Shri Radha Gopinath, but nobody is bothering to pick me and offer it to them. And then it realizes, of course, I neither have fragrance nor have the looks. But then the flower thinks, I may not have these two, but I still have Soft petals. Even though I may not be good looking, my petals are still soft. So what I'll do tomorrow when Radha Krishna walk past me, at that time I'll drop right in front of them. Krishna, even if he stamps on me for a second, my life will be perfect. Thinking this way, next day Radha Krishna keeps walking and it is waiting. Using all mathematical calculations. Krishna, if he walks, if each step is taking this long, have you seen in Tom and Jerry? Sometimes Jerry measures like this. So the flower is also measuring. So in 3 seconds, Krishna is going to come. Right when Krishna is about to come, I will drop from the stalk. So it's counting. 1, 2, tama, it jumps. And Krishna is also, as he is talking with Srimati Radharani, Krishna also lifts his lotus foot about to stamp. When it comes so close and the flower, put yourself in the position of the flower. Yes, my Lord, like Bhishmadev. It's like this. When Krishna is about to stamp, Radharani says, stop! If you are that flower, what will you think? Why Srimati Radharani? Correct, but listen what Radharani does. So Krishna comes about to stamp, then Radharani says, stop! Then Krishna freezes. Then Radharani says, Krishna, take your foot back carefully. Then Krishna takes. And then Radharani bends down, picks up the flower, because Radharani knows the heart of the flower. So Radharani looks at the flower, tells to Krishna, this flower is so beautiful. I think you should take it. When Radharani gives something to Krishna, for Krishna, that's the most valuable thing. You know what Krishna does? He picks up the flower, puts it on his head. Same flower which once desired to just to give a momentary cushioning effect to the foot of Krishna ended up going to the head of Krishna. Why? Because it went through heavy recommendation of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani ki jai. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood is Srimati Radharani. So just like how Srimati Radharani, she doesn't discriminate, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also doesn't discriminate. Anybody can come, irrespective of their qualification or lack of their qualification, irrespective of the sincerity, irrespective of how pure they think, doesn't matter. Simply if they come in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my Lord, please accept me. If one says that simple prayer, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will accept them. So please mark your calendars. It's on 14th of March. It's a Friday evening, weekend, eve. So you can never give any excuse here this year. Hopefully for next few years also we'll get on around like the weekend. So please don't miss out on this opportunity, because this is the most merciful of all the incarnations. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is predicted in so many Shastras, including Bhagavata Purana you will see, but so many other Puranas also. Even Suvarna Varna Hemango Varangas Chandanangadi, it's there. Sanyasakris Samachanta Nishta Shanti Parayanaha, it's there in Vishnu Sahasranam as well. Suvarna Varna Hemango. Suvarna means gold. Suvarna Varna Hemango. His body is like that of a molten gold. The complexion of that. Varangas Chandanangadi. His body, arms especially, are decorated with the paste of Chandana or sandalwood paste. Krishna also likes the sandalwood paste. It's given in the scriptures. Sanyasa Kris Samachanta Nishta Shanti Parayana. He said that he would come, perform his Leela, he will also take sannyas, and then he will deliver the whole world. He will award benedictions even to people who are saying Shanti Shanti. They are actually just meditating on the Brahman. Even they will get liberated. It's given like that. We have 10 minutes. I'll quickly share a couple of childhood pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was born, he was given the name Vishwambara. Vishwambara means one who carries the whole burden or the load of the entire world. That's Vishwambara. But because he was born under a neem tree, all the women of Navadvipa, they said, no, we want a small name. Vishwambara sounds very formal. Then they all come up with the name Nimai. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you won't come across this name Vishwambara as often because women rules everywhere. So Nimai, when he's grown up also, he came to be known as Nimai Pandit. Okay, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was small, his name is Nimai. So one day, when he was a small boy, his father Jagannath Mishra, he brought one Brahmana home. And the Brahmana, in Vedic times, even now you will see some places, in India, Nepal, Bangladesh, you will see very pious. They would worship Shaligram Shila. So this particular Brahmana, he carried one Shaligram Shila, Gopal. So he brought the Gopal deity. So every day he would cook boga, offer it to Gopal deity, and after offering, putting the Lord to rest only, he will take prasad of the offerings. So one day he cooked in Jagannath Mishra's home because he was just a wandering mendicant. Jagannath Mishra is father of Nimai Pandit, which is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he comes, cooks. So everyone is there in their home, not disturbing the Brahmana. So the Brahmana has his Shila, he brings the offering right in front and he rings the bell and he starts to offer. And finally he offers a simple prayer after reciting the mantras, "Oh Gopal, please come and accept." He opens his eyes. Lo behold, who does he see right in front? Nimai Pandit is sitting and eating. Because he couldn't understand this is Supreme Lord. Then he thinks, he beats his head and he says, this is it. You know, today my Gopal had to go hungry. I'm also supposed to go hungry. He had already eaten. The child has already eaten. How can I offer this? So when he cries like that, Jagannath Mishra comes running. And then he pacifies the Brahmana and he says, please take this. You are Atiti. Atiti Devo Bhava. You might have come across this term. You know, guest. Not a guest who already sent you SMS. That's not Atiti. Titi means time. Atiti means somebody who comes uninvited at a time which you don't expect. That's Atiti. Understand? So don't send SMS, send a reminder to them and they come. I'm saying, oh, I'm worshipping Atiti. That's not Atiti. You should still worship them. You should still serve them nicely. But Atiti means even those people who come at Atiti, which means a time when you didn't expect them to come. Randomly coming. That's strictly speaking Atiti. So here Atiti is the Brahmana. So the Brahmana was telling to Jagannath Mishra, no, I've already tried, it's getting late. Jagannath Mishra says, please, if you go leave my home without eating, I will take all the sins. My whole family will be ruined, please. So the Brahmana says, all right. And this time, now Jagannath Mishra turns towards Nimai. Jagannath Mishra also doesn't know his son is Supreme Lord. He looks at him and he says, no more mischief, go. Then he goes. This time what they do, they put him in the room and they guard. They put some people outside. Make sure he doesn't leave the room. Again the Brahmana cooks for another hour, offers the mantra, rings the bell and he says, oh Gopal, please come and accept the offering. Opens his eyes. What does he see? Deja vu. Again Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sitting and eating. Baby Nimai sitting and eating. And he says, this is it. Will of providence, nobody can change. Today I am destined to go hungry. My Gopal is also destined to go hungry. He couldn't understand, same Gopal is eating. So then, this time he says, no, I cannot do anything. Jagannath Mishra, he comes, he begs, falls at his feet and he says, please give me one more chance. This time it will never happen. The Brahmana says, no, I already tried twice. When he's on the denial mode at that time, Jagannath Mishra's first son, Vishwarup, walks in. Vishwarup is elder brother of Nimai. When Vishwarup comes, he had so much Brahmana tejas. The Brahmana, he forgets his misery for some time and he asks, who is this? Like that. He says, this is my elder son. Then Vishwarupa immediately understands what's going on and then he comes and tells the Brahmana, everyone is very hurt. Please give us one more chance. Then Brahmana says, thank you very much for talking to me. Whatever you say, I'll agree. One more time, no problem. Then everyone goes. Baby Nimai is also put in the room. This time, Jagannath Mishra locks the room from outside, puts guard, puts people inside also. Make sure he doesn't leave. Again, the Brahmana cooks. By then, it's already 2 o'clock in the morning. Again cooks, rings the bell. Oh, Gopal, please come and accept the offering. opens his eyes. Who does he see? Nimai again, sitting and eating. Then Brahmana is like, no, am I seeing it right? Then this time Nimai gets upset. Nimai eats, puts us down, and he says, I am sleeping in that room. You are the one who is calling Gopal, please come and eat. And I am coming and eating. Now you are complaining. Make up your mind. What do you want me to do? And then he shows, as he is talking, his golden form becomes blackish, bluish black like Krishna's complexion. He shows Shyamasundara form like a little Gopal in Vrindavan. Now the Brahmana goes into ecstasy. And then he comes back to Nimai form and he says, I give you two choices. Either you leave this place because I don't want nobody to know I am Supreme Lord, or if you are staying here, you have to be very quiet and you should not mince any word to anyone. So I give you these two choices. So Krishna made him an offer he can't refuse. He says you cannot break. Either you leave this place, or if you want to stay here and witness my Leela, you can stay here and witness my Leela, but without telling to anyone. Then baby Nimai goes into the room. And now Jagannath Mishra comes. He looks at the Brahmana. Now Brahmana is in big smiles. He takes the boga which has been accepted by Nimai, rubs it on his body, and he says, oh Jagannath Mishra, you are so fortunate. He falls at his feet and he says, thank you for stopping me, thank you for stopping me, like that. Jagannath Mishra is puzzled. Did Nimai do anything mischievous again? So Nimai, when he was a child, he has done so many pastimes. One day Nimai goes playing with his friends, and then he comes back. He was very mischievous, just like Krishna. So Nimai comes. When he comes, he brings one little puppy. One dog was there and the dog had a puppy. Nimai got attracted to a puppy, picked up the puppy alone, and he came to the home. And Nimai's mother, which is Sachi Devi, she tells to Krishna, you should not bring dog inside, leave it outside. But Nimai is like, no, I want to keep the dog. Then Nimai keeps the dog inside, feeds the dog milk, the puppy milk, and then baby Nimai runs outside playing. Meanwhile, the mother dog comes and takes the puppy. But because baby Nimai had touched, hugged, fed with his own personal hands, the puppy doesn't behave like puppy anymore. If you read Chaitanya Bhagavat, the next scene is marketplace. Suddenly there is so much crowd and everyone is wondering what's going on. And inside this puppy, instead of going with the 4 legs, it's standing in 2 legs now and jumping up and down, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, like that. And right in front of everyone's eyes, it dropped its dog body, assumed the 4-handed form of Vishnu Duda. Right in front of everyone, it got liberated. So this is how many Leela, actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had performed many pastimes. You will see here, when you come to temple, you meditate on this. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is Gauranga. You see here, Krishna, he is returning to Vrindavan. He is here happily dealing with the deers, peacocks, the trees, birds, everything you see. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gauranga dancing in Jagannath Puri. That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi, Kashi. The one after that, that is also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you will see this side fully Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now when you come next time you will see. All of this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauranga. And the best way to remember to follow his instruction is simply to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You see here, one. Do you see another board there? Because if we ask people like, did you see that? No, I was looking at the other side. That's why we put another side also. You don't have any excuse now. See both the side. We have got one more there in the making. We'll put this side also. Okay, so simply chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But remember, even the most difficult things becomes very easy. Any problem, you can come to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and you can pray to him. But you have to pray. That's the only condition that is there in the Shastras. You simply come and you pray, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood is, if somebody don't come and ask, he thinks they are doing fine. Why should I disturb them? So you simply go ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please give us your mercy for my son, daughter, for me, for everyone. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will give. Okay, so please mark your calendar again. It's 14th of March. We don't charge you anything. You're please welcome to come here on that day. We will bring Gauranitai to the front here and we'll be doing Abhishek. How many of you have ever participated or witnessed Abhishek in this temple room? Ever? Okay, 50% of you. Another 50% of you have never been part of any Abhishek. Now you come and join us the party. You will see. You better come early, otherwise you won't find space here. Okay, Abhishek usually goes for about half an hour. Starts at 7:30, but you better walk in around like 7:15. You can participate in the Abhishek. We'll be serving a big feast outside as well. You can take the feast first, come inside, participate in the Abhishek. At the end of Abhishek, we will also be giving you Charanamrita. Charanamrita is the liquid that has actually washed the Lord's body. Okay, without further ado, may we request all of you to please stand up. The Gaur Arati is about to start. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki